Welcome to Master Your Money, Budgeting, Saving, and Debt-Free Living. I'm your host, Nate Tanner. On this show, we use the Triggator triangle, budget, save, and pay off debt to help you build a spending plan that fits your life, grow your savings with purpose, and knock out debt with confidence. Today's episode is all about financial FOMO, that subtle but powerful pressure to spend just because others are. Whether it's the influencer lifestyle on Instagram, the treat yourself culture on TikTok, or even your neighbor's new car, it's easy to feel like you're falling behind. But here's the truth. Comparison is a thief, and it's robbing you of the joy and progress you've already earned. We're going to help you spot the triggers that make you feel like you're missing out, set boundaries for your spending, especially online, and build a mindset that celebrates your financial wins through what we call a comparison detox. To kick things off, let's talk about Encanto. In the movie, Maribel doesn't have a magical gift like the rest of her family. She's surrounded by sparkle, power, and perfection. But she stays grounded, curious, and committed to what really matters. That's the energy we're channeling today, because staying true financially isn't about what you don't have, it's about what you're building. So if you've ever felt the pressure to spend just to keep up, this episode is your reset. We're going to help you stay grounded, stay grateful, and stay true. Let's get into it. Recognizing FOMO triggers in your spending. What is financial FOMO? Financial FOMO, fear of missing out, isn't just about envy. It's a psychological response to perceived scarcity and social comparison. It's that moment when you see someone post a luxury vacation, a new car, or a shopping spree and think, am I behind? It's subtle, but it's powerful. And if left unchecked, it can lead to impulse spending, debt accumulation, and a distorted view of your own financial progress. The social media trap. Social media is a highlight reel. You're not seeing the credit card bills, the stress, or the trade-offs. You're seeing curated moments designed to impress. And when you compare your everyday reality with someone else's filtered fantasy, it's easy to feel inadequate. Instagram has travel, fashion, lifestyle influencers. TikTok has the treat yourself culture and haul videos. Facebook has family upgrades and home renovations. YouTube has vlogs of luxury living and a day in the life routines. These platforms are engineered to trigger FOMO. Algorithms push content that gets engagement, and nothing gets engagement like aspiration. The psychology behind it. FOMO spending is often driven by a few things. A scarcity mindset, believing that you're missing out on limited opportunities. Status anxiety, feeling pressure to match others' lifestyles. Or maybe it's emotional spending, using purchases to soothe insecurity or boredom. It's not just about what others have, it's about what you think you lack. And that's where the Triggator triangle comes in. Before reacting to FOMO triggers, ask yourself, budget, does this fit within my spending plan? Save, will this help me grow my savings with purpose? Pay off debt, will this move me closer to debt freedom? If the answer is no to all three, it's likely a FOMO impulse, not a goal-focused decision. In Everything Everywhere All at Once, Evelyn is overwhelmed by infinite versions of herself, each living a different life. Some are rich, some are famous, some are powerful. But the film's message is clear. The life you're living now is the one that matters the most. You don't need every possibility. You need clarity and purpose to the one you've chosen. Financial FOMO works in the same way. You could chase every lifestyle, every trend, every upgrade, but you'll lose yourself in the process. The antidote isn't more, it's meaning. Spotting your triggers. Here are common FOMO triggers and how to recognize them. Comparison scrolls. You feel worse after browsing social media. Event pressure. You overspend to match others at weddings, birthdays, or holidays. lifestyle inflation. You upgrade your spending when your friends do, even if your income hasn't changed. Influencer urgency. You feel rushed to buy something because it's limited or trending. Recognizing these triggers is the first step to reclaiming control. Use the Triggator pause method. Step 1, ask, why do I want this? Step 2, ask, what am I feeling right now? Step 3, ask, does this align with my financial goals? This 30-second pause can save you hundreds or even thousands over time. This isn't about guilt, it's about growth. Everyone feels FOMO. Everyone has moments of doubt. But when you recognize the trigger, you can choose a different response. Every time you resist a FOMO impulse, you're building financial muscle. Financial FOMO is a feeling, not a fact. It's a signal that something deeper is stirring, a desire for progress, connection, or validation. But here's the truth. You're already on the path. Every time you pause, reflect, and choose intention over impulse, you're proving that your financial journey is rooted in purpose, not pressure. You don't need to match someone else's highlight reel. You need to honor your own progress. And when you do, you'll find that peace isn't found in possessions. It's found in perspective. Now that you've learned how to recognize FOMO triggers, it's time to build the guardrails that keep you focused. Next, I'll show you how to set boundaries for social and online spending so you can scroll without spiraling and spend without second guessing. Setting boundaries for social and online spending. Why boundaries matter. Boundaries aren't restrictions, they're protections. In a world where spending is just a tap away and comparison is constant, boundaries help you stay focused, intentional, and financially free. Without them, your budget gets blurry, your savings shrink, and debt creeps in disguised as just this once. Let's bring those boundaries directly into the Triggator triangle. Fun with a plan. Fun spending isn't the enemy, it's part of the plan. But it has to be intentional and structured. That's where your spending plan comes in, the budget side of the triangle. You can absolutely include recurring fun items like date nights, hobby expenses, or monthly entertainment. But there are two key principles to make fun spending work inside your spending plan. Principle 1, cover needs first. Before fun enters the plan, needs and responsibilities must be covered. Think of it a little like parenting. Have you ever had this conversation? Can I play Xbox? Is your homework done? Well, not yet. Get it done before you play Xbox. Later, you find them gaming and assume all is well, until bedtime hits and you hear, I can't go to bed yet. I need to work on my book report. Wait, I thought you finished your homework. I did. My book report isn't homework. We worked on it in class. That moment, that's the spending plan boundary breakdown. Just like homework before Xbox, your financial responsibilities come before fun. Bills, groceries, tithing, and the other sides of your triangle must be handled first. Fun spending is earned. It's not automatic. Principle 2, don't disrupt the triangle. If your fun spending is costing you savings or causing you to rely on debt, it's throwing your triangle out of balance. Robbing your savings for impulse buys, putting fun on a credit card, skipping debt payments for entertainment, that's not fun. It's financial sabotage. Look, emergencies happen. Gators bite. Debt steals your paycheck. And peace of mind is far more fun than any late night Amazon binge. Boundaries in your budget mean that fun is planned, not impulsive. Spending is guilt-free because it's accounted for, and you stay in control even when temptation hits. Savings boundaries and the fun fund. So like we said, fun isn't just a spending plan item. It's a savings goal. And that is where the fun fund comes in. The Fun Fund is your way to stay motivated, avoid debt, and plan for pleasure spending. Think of it as a bucket for joy, vacations, hobbies, upgrades, or experiences that matter to you. Here's a quick personal story. I have a hobby that I've loved for many, many years. It's Christmas lights. I start planning my Christmas display in June. Every year, there are repairs and upgrades. Maybe the wind destroyed my 18-foot mega tree. Maybe half a lawn deer has gone dark. Or maybe my arches need an upgrade. Or, those moving spotlights that I saw in that display last year, those might be amazing in mine. Now, each December, my family, we go on a Christmas light drive. We scope out other displays just for fun, enjoyment, and for family connection. And inevitably, during that drive, I see something amazing and I think I need that. Yes, it was the moving spotlights a few years ago. My mind races with ideas. I think about how cool that would look in my lighting sequences, how awesome it would come out in this particular song. So what do? I add it to my Christmas light wish list with an estimated cost. But I don't go and buy it impulsively. Instead, I wait until January. Then I review my spending plan and I check my Fun Fund allocation. Now, because this is an annual tradition, I already have money assigned, but my wish list doesn't determine the amount. My triangle does. Some items may stay on my wish list for years. Others, they get a bump up and a top priority. But the key to this, my goal never disrupts the triangle. Boundaries aren't barriers, they're bridges. They connect your values to your actions. They protect your progress, and they give you the freedom to enjoy life without guilt, stress, or regret. When you set boundaries for social and online spending, you scroll without spiraling. You spend without second guessing. You live with clarity and confidence. Now that you've built boundaries into your spending plan and savings, it's time to celebrate your progress. In the next section, I'll show you how to detox from comparison and build a mindset that honors your journey so you can feel proud, not pressured. Celebrating progress and building a comparison detox. Why does celebration matter? In a world obsessed with upgrades, it's easy to overlook your own progress. But celebration isn't just a feel-good moment. It's a financial strategy. When you recognize your wins, you reinforce good habits, you build confidence, and stay motivated to keep going. Comparison tells you what you don't have. Celebration reminds you of what you've already built. The comparison detox. A comparison detox is a mindset shift. It's about clearing out the mental clutter that comes from measuring your life against someone else's. Here's how to start. Unfollow accounts that trigger envy. Mute influencers who push impulse spending. Limit time on platforms that distort reality. Replace comparison with gratitude journaling. This isn't about isolation, it's about intention. Detoxing doesn't mean disconnecting from people. It means disconnecting from pressure. Let's bring celebration into the triangle. Budget. Did you stick with your spending plan this month? Celebrate it. Save. Did you hit a savings goal, even a small one? That's progress. Pay off debt. Did you make an extra payment or avoid new debt? That's a win. Every time you honor your triangle, you're building financial strength, and that deserves recognition. In the classic movie Hook, a now-grown Peter Pan is struggling to remember how to fly. He's weighted down by responsibilities, stress, and the loss of childlike wonder. The magic is gone until he finds his happy thought. And what is it? I wanted to be a father. That realization lifts him off the ground, literally. It's not Neverland, adventure, or power that gives him flight. It's purpose. That's the heart of a comparison detox. You don't need someone else's lifestyle to be fulfilled. You need to reconnect with what matters most to you. Your financial journey isn't about keeping up. It's about staying true to your values, your goals, and most importantly, your why. How to celebrate progress. Celebration doesn't have to be expensive. It just has to be intentional. Some things to try. Maybe write a note to yourself about what you've accomplished. Share a win with a friend or an accountability partner. Treat yourself to a planned reward, maybe something you have in your fun fund. Create a progress wall with sticky notes or a digital tracker. Celebration builds momentum. It reminds you that your effort matters. Reframing the narrative. Instead of saying, "I'm not where they are," say, "I'm further than I was." Instead of thinking, "I wish I had what they have," think, "I'm grateful for what I've built." This isn't toxic positivity. It's truthful perspective. You're not behind, you're becoming. The power of perspective. When you detox from comparison, you gain clarity. You stop chasing someone else's dream and start building your own. You spend with purpose, you save with joy, and you pay off debt with pride. And most importantly, you live with peace. You've learned how to recognize FOMO triggers, set boundaries that protect your triangle, and celebrate your progress with intention. Now it's time to take action. You've made it to the end of the Financial FOMO episode. And if you're still here, you're not just curious about your money. You're committed to mastering it. Today, we tackled the pressure to keep up with others' spending and gave you tools to stay grounded, set boundaries, and celebrate your own financial wins. Here's a quick recap. Recognize FOMO triggers before they hijack your spending. Set boundaries to protect your Triggator triangle. Celebrate progress with intention, and do your own comparison detox. You don't need to match someone else's lifestyle. You need to honor your own. Today's challenge is simple but powerful. Take 10 minutes today to do a comparison detox. Unfollow one account that triggers spending pressure. Write down one financial win that you're proud of. Review your spending plan and confirm that your fun spending is aligned with your triangle. Small actions lead to big peace. Let's keep the conversation going. What's one FOMO trigger you've spotted in your spending? How do you celebrate financial wins without guilt? What boundaries have helped you stay true to your goals? Email me at podcast@Triggator.com. I love hearing your stories, answering your questions, and reflecting on your victories. Or you can message me on Instagram, Facebook, or X at Triggator. If this episode helped you feel more confident about your spending decisions, follow the show to keep building your triangle and stay ahead of the next impulse. Leave a review, especially if this episode helped you detox from comparison and reclaim your peace. Share this episode with a friend who's feeling the pressure to keep up. And don't forget to follow at Triggator on social media for tips, encouragement, and behind-the-scenes content. Also, make sure you visit Triggator.com to download the free Triggator ebook, Money Made Manageable. And the Triggator app, it's coming soon. Want early beta access? Email podcast@Triggator.com and send over your request. Coming up next time, the Money and Mental Health Connection, building financial wellness from the inside out. We'll explore how financial stress impacts your mindset and habits, and share practical tools to build resilience, create a peace of mind toolkit, and find support when the journey gets tough. Remember, you don't need more stuff. You need more strength. And you've got it. Stay grounded, stay grateful, stay true. Thanks for listening to Master Your Money, Budgeting, Saving, and Debt-Free Living. I'm Nate Tanner. I'll see you next time.